Welcome to another RSR. Tonight I'm reviewing United States U21, Morocco U23, the FIFA U20 World Cup 2025 quarterfinals. Morocco advanced to the semis, and they'll play France or Norway. The United States basically threw it away. And we got a hat flick today. You'll see that soon when we talk about the goals. But honestly, it could have been two, but I'm going to be nice and only make it one because the one I'm going to use is so damn drastic that, well, I feel bad for the dude, but God, was that horrible. We'll get there. Estados Unidos, sub-21. Marruecos, sub-23 en la Mundial sub-20 de la FIFA Cuartos de Final. Marruecos avanzar de las semifinales. Estados Unidos eliminado. For me, the United States, the stats look like they were the better team. It's a similar story to the Mexico game last night, and even a similar story to the Canada game 2 nights ago. The United States had more shots, more possession, more pass accuracy, but Morocco knew when to strike, and when they had the opportunity to strike, they did. The U.S. was less desperate for most of the match, unlike Mexico. I think Mexico's loss led from their desperation. Their desperation heavily put them behind the 8 ball. United States, on the other hand, Mitrovic is a horrible manager. Same guy who managed at the Olympics. But we will compare and contrast these two Morocco teams and these two games from a year and change ago to now. We will compare and contrast. That's most of this review. But I'll tell you how I feel about this game before I start comparing and contrasting. Yes, we will have a hat flick. Don't worry. So, starting with the goals as follows. 31st minute, Yassir Zabiri scores. Ball's played over the top, a little bit of a back heel. Baudry at the near post punches it. It rebounds right back. Baudry runs into his defender. Open side of the net. Ball played over the top with a good back heel-ish type pass down to Zabiri. He takes the shot, nutmegs Baudry, 0-1, settle uno. Morocco has the lead, and a horrible defensive mistake leads to a Morocco lead. And a horrible goalkeeping error leads to the first Morocco goal. It's not as bad as the other one, for sure. It's not a hat flick. I can kind of understand this one, even though you left the whole side of your net open. You just got there before you got nutmegged, but I can kind of understand it. The second one, no, I cannot. 45+6, penalty is given to the United States after a challenge, a VS challenge review. They give the penalty. Cole Campbell steps up to take it. He rolls it into the net. A beautiful penalty. 1-1, uno. United States gets the draw at the half, which honestly I think they deserved. I think the way the game went, they deserved the draw. They deserve to have at least a chance to take the lead the second half. I thought, okay, you know what? Fair. That's good. We could live with that. Halftime 1-1, uno, miro tiempo. But it falls apart. 67th minute. This one's a defensive mistake. Yassir Zabiri has the ball. It gets to him off the cross, which you could argue is offside, but it is not by the review. It goes last off Josh Winder, and it goes into the net, makes it 1-2, uno dos. Josh Winder is credited with the own goal. And, yeah, I see it. But Zabiri was right all over him. And then the 87th minute, here comes the hat flick. What the hell are you doing, Baudry? Why are you so off your line? I mean, seriously. What are you doing? No defensive help. You are in no man's land, and you're doing that. You are doing that. Sorry, man. That's a hat flick, because if you're a goalie, tend the goal! And what does it lead to? Jassim Yassin having the ball and basically having a easiest goal of his life. He rolls it in. 87th minute, 1-3, uno tres. Game over. Morocco is given a goal by Adam Baudry's idiotic chase of the ball. Like, I know that feels harsh, but I really don't care. I'm not trying to be. That was idiotic. If you're a goalie, tend the goal. If you're a goalkeeper, keep the goal. Whatever you want to call it. That's a hat flick. We'll do it again because, Jesus Christ, Yacine gets the goal. Yacine gets the goal. And it's 1-3, 1-3 esta noche. Morocco advances, and horrible defensive mistakes and goalie mistakes have eliminated the United States. And they've had a really, really solid tournament up till now. Up till now, they had a really solid tournament. But Morocco knew when to strike. They knew when to strike. And once they had their opportunities, they struck. This Morocco team is different to the Olympics last year. But we'll talk about the stats and then we'll get there. 14 shots to 7, 3 shots on goal to 3, 73% possession, 27% possession, 573 passes to 215, 89% pass accuracy to 70% pass accuracy, 9 fouls to 8, 0 offside to 2, 1 yellow card to 3, 0 red cards to 0, 12 corners to 3. For me, again, I think the USA, yes, the stats look good for them. The stats look amazing for the United States. They do not tell the story at all. Just like the Mexico game does not tell the story at all. I think the USA were more composed, but defensively, again, that was their Achilles heel. The defense was their Achilles heel. Again, just like the Mexico game, they were just less desperate. And Adam Beaudry really threw this game away. 2 goalie mistakes. I could have gave him a hat flick for both. At least the first one I understood why that could happen and why it didn't end well. The second one was the most idiotic stuff I had ever seen. Yeah, you could be a sweeper keeper, but coming out like halfway out of your box, like halfway in between the middle of the field and outside of your box, chasing the ball, nobody behind you, especially in the moment. What are you doing? Like, Beaudry is the man of the match. Meanwhile, he handed it straight to Morocco. The real man of the match is Zubiri, but meanwhile, I could argue Beaudry's man of the match because he handed that shit straight to Morocco. And the only thing similar between these games, both the Olympics and then this U20 World Cup game, and if you're here and this video does blow up to a certain extent like that Olympic game, welcome back, is Marko Mitrovic was the manager for the United States. He is still shit. He is still a utter shit manager. My God. These players, up until now, won in spite of him. Here we are now. His tactics threw them into a horrible position. They could not solve Morocco. And when Morocco had the chance to answer and pounce on the USA, they did. And they were given way too many chances, and it did not end well. Yes, they've had an amazing tournament. It was the players. Because these players, this team is a very much better team and a very much more positive team than the Olympic team. They wanted to be here. These players wanted to be here. They wanted to play hard. They did play hard for America. They did play hard. It was a much more high vibes team. But I'll tell you one damn thing, that manager still sucks. But that defense is the Achilles heel. Just like Mexico. Both CONCACAF teams are out. What a horrible weekend for CONCACAF. But you look at this team and you're like, you know what? They're not bad. They're solid. Kromashki looks amazing. Sakiris looks amazing. Gozo looks good. They got a team. This team wanted to be here. That's the big difference. Morocco did not, well, it got close to a blowout, but 3-1 is better than 4-0. So I'm going to say this Morocco team did not look like a house of fire against this USA team. That is the big difference. They still played the way that made them win. That's no disrespect. But they played a very defensive game, more like their senior side in this game, and pounced on the United States when it came time to pounce and get against the run of play. Last year's Olympic team for Morocco was an absolute house of fire. They ran down your throat. They did not care about parking the bus. They ran down your throat. Now, they were like that even against any other team than the USA. But the USA, the way they played and not caring and having horrible tactics probably helped that. But that Morocco team last year was a house of fire. This was different. They're playing more like the real senior team. Tough defensively, but they'll get you on the counter. And they did. But very respectably. I respect this Morocco team. They played amazingly. They deservedly won, even if the stats did not fall their way. But the United States threw this thing away so badly it wasn't even funny. They choked. They choked. They let Morocco run their show without even really running their show. The USA had a lot of possession. Didn't have any goals to show for it besides a penalty. I have to say, I'm very disappointed in this USA team, just like I was disappointed in Mexico last night. I expected better out of both these teams. I expected both these teams, at least one of them, to make the semifinals. And that's nothing to say against Morocco or Argentina. But these CONCACAF teams, people were like, oh, look at Kramaski, look at Gilberto Mora. These teams can actually win a U20 World Cup. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. They cannot, because they did not. Morocco, on paper, has a very good youth ranks, and Argentina is Argentina. CONCACAF gets embarrassed again. Not surprised. All that hype just to get embarrassed. With that being said, congratulations to Morocco. They played the perfect game. They played the perfect style to beat the United States and own Marko Mitrovic once again. Why am I not surprised? Good on Morocco. Good on them. All the respect, and I hope this video does half as good as that Olympics video last year. But that's why I did this game. Stream for the Olympics didn't do well. The video did much better, so hopefully that stays the same. With that being said, if you're here from that and back again, happy to see you. If not, there you go. With that being said, if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification one. Subscribe. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you within the hour for the Blue Jays, Mariners, ALCS Game 1 live, and then we'll review it once it's over. I'll see you then. Congratulations. Felicidades, Morocco. Commiserations, United States. I will see you later. I'm Ryan, and I'm out. Peace. See ya. Mitrovic, you still suck. Beaudry, what the hell were you doing? Hat flicks for you both. Get out. If you're a goalie, tend the goal. Peace.